All right, you're welcome. Thank you for joining this broadcast. Okay, I have with me Lady Va. Lady Va, please can you introduce yourself and tell us how your journey in the graphic design world began?
Thank you very much for that question. My name is Valentina Osakwe, and I am a graphics designer. My brand name is Lady Val Digitals, and we are into global design in general, customization, shirt design, and the likes. Okay, so the first time I learned about graphics design was 2015, and then I'm the kind of person that is very creative. I love anything that has to do with art, like have to express yourself. And back then I told my older brother, and I said, okay, I'm still in school, yes, but what can I do? Yeah, what can I do? Like, I need an ace, I need a handwork that can help me to express myself more as somebody who likes art. Okay, so my brother introduced me to graphics design. He said, okay, I can use the system to create something from scratch, or improvise on an idea and then use the computer. So that's just how he explained it. I was like, okay, let me give it a trial. So he took me to one of his friends who knows how to design using computer software. So when I got there, he introduced me. Well, I learned the basics, Microsoft Excel and all of those stuff. So, but what I really wanted was the designing using the system. So he introduced me to a computer software, which is CorelDRAW. That was just at 2015. Yeah, so from there he just did something cool with it. He designed a basic flyer, and I was like, whoa, I want to learn this. I have to learn this. So that's how I started my journey as a graphic designer, and I've been into it since 2000.
So, what inspired you to turn your passion for design into a brand? What inspired you to turn your passion for designing into a brand? Like, you have a brand, Lady Va Digital. What was your inspiration?
Yes, I do. Okay, I was inspired to turn my creativity, my vision, my love for art into a brand, because I wanted something that will give people hope, that will give people the assurance that the work is gonna get done. That the creativity is still there. That when they look at this logo, when they look at anything that identifies with my brand, they'll get the hope that, yeah, when they give the work to this particular sets of people, they can handle it. And then again, I was inspired into creating the brand because people patronize the brand more than the person. So if the brand is there, people will likely trust you more. So people trust the brand more than they trust the person. So that's actually my inspiration.
What are some of the lessons you have learned as a young creative entrepreneur? What lessons have you learned so far?
Okay, as an entrepreneur, as a creative, I have learned that it is okay to start afresh. It is okay to learn new things. It is okay to upgrade. It is okay to make changes to your brand identity. Yes, Because the more you grow, the more you expand, and the more you expand, the more new things come into play. Now, what I would advise is that as you are adding new things into your brand, once you are making changes in your brand identity, you must take into note that whatever you are branching into, it must coincide with your core values as a brand. It must coincide with your goal as an entrepreneur. Because as an entrepreneur, if you have a goal in sight, if you have anything that you want to work on, your set rules, your set goals will help you work towards it, to know what projects to accept and how to work with the projects at hand.
In the graphics world, most times it is dominated by male. You as a female graphic designer, have you ever faced any challenge as a female graphic designer, and what are these challenges and how did you navigate through them?
Yes, I have severally. Most often times I do face situations whereby people don't trust me because I am a female. Once I am dealing with somebody and they come across me that they want to give me their work, something to work on, once they realize that I'm a female, if we are talking online, they'll begin to, are you sure you can handle this job? It's a big job, it's a big project, are you sure you can handle it? Then I'll at that moment, what I do is to show them my work. Like, I'll get my portfolio up and running, show this to them, and they'll be like, these are my actual work. Then trust me with your work, and when I give you the first draft, then we can continue going on from there. So that's one of the challenges I'm facing as a female. And another thing I face as a female is when I'm being looked down upon. Yeah, for the fact that they don't trust my job as a creative designer, I'm being looked down upon as a female, like, because the branding industry, the creative industry, it's dominated by the male population, so I get looked down upon. And I navigated through these challenges because very well by first of all, I keep my goal in mind. I know what I want. I know what the brand stands for. So I don't allow petty things to get to me. I don't allow it to get to my mind. I don't allow it to work on me. So when I face these challenges, I just, I focus, I keep on straight, looking on straight, because the goal is the point. Once I get to that goal, whatever thing I pass through as a creative does not really matter. What matters is how I handle the situation that will get me to where I am going to be, where I'm going to. So perseverance, patience, actual delivery, like delivering of jobs, doing more research, going further more into graphics designing. That's what got me through those challenges, because if I don't improve on my skills, I will keep on being looked down on. So my get back to those challenges I faced was to get better at what I do. Yeah.
What has been your most fulfilling project so far, and why does it stand out?
Yes, I have had several projects which I'm most glad I partook in those creative projects, but the one that stuck the most was the one where a client came in and said they wanted to do a birthday party. And then this birthday party is the person is popular in Benin, and the person said they want me to handle everything concerning the designs, the theme, and printing and everything for them for this birthday party. So they told us what they had in mind, and then we gave them the first draft, and then they were like, okay, yes, they love this, but then they made some changes. And then after the whole changes and everything was done, when the project was, was in progress, it was a lot of hard work. Yes, it was a lot of hard work, and a lot of time was consumed during the project, but it came out very well. The theming was great, the organization and everything came out very well, and I was really glad I participated in that project. Yeah.
And your work has inspired a lot of young people. How does that make you feel?
Actually, sometimes where my apprentice or some people I have done projects for, when they come up to me and they'll be like, wow, you've done a good job, how do you do it and everything, and then they'll be like, I'm very proud of you and everything. Sometimes I take the win. Yeah, I take the win. I feel elated by it. I feel happy. I feel recognized. But then there are some times where I just feel like I could be more than what I am. I could do more than what I have done. So sometimes when that imposter syndrome hits in, you feel like what you are claiming to be is actually not the level you have yourself in right now. So whenever that imposter syndrome hits, it hits hard. But I've learned that whenever it hits, I keep on pushing, I keep on getting better, I keep on learning, I keep on researching, and yeah, it will fade out. The imposter syndrome will fade out. So apart from that, I always feel happy, glad, elated, um to have people look up to me and be like, yes, I've tutored them, I have trained them, and they are doing better at their crafts.
How do you balance creativity, excellence, and purpose in what you do?
For me, balancing creativity, excellence, and purpose, it all starts with clarity. Yeah, I always begin my projects by understanding its purpose, because that's why I'll always ask my clients questions regarding any projects that they give to me. No, that actually gives me the direction, and it helps filter creative ideas that don't really work out with that project in hand. Now, creativity is kind of like the fuel that brings originality and emotion into the work. It's what gives it the feelings. But excellence, on the other hand, that one is non-negotiable. I try as much as possible to pay attention to details. I design principles, because good design is not just beautiful. No, good design is not just beautiful. It must work. So, in a nutshell, I balance all three by letting purpose lead, and then creativity shape, and then excellence polish everything that I do. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Do you think women are gaining more visibility and respect in the creative field? Do you think women are gaining more visibility and respect in the creative field?
I don't think ladies get enough respect and visibility in creativity because they are overshadowed by male. Now, don't get me wrong, they have very good people out there, female, that knows how to design and have great creativity, but they don't get enough visibility. Most of them choose to not put themselves out there, while those who put themselves out there are put down by the male, because they feel that as long as you are a female, you don't have anything to offer the society other than other menial tasks. So they don't get enough visibility. Yeah.
So, have you ever mentored or trained others in the design world?
Yes, we have mentored quite some number of persons. So far, we started accepting students or interns for internship since late 2023. Yes, so far we've had 6 boys and 3 girls that have graduated from design space. Yes, and then currently we have 3 persons, all boys. We have 3 persons that are under internship presently, and these persons they started late last 2 months. So they'll be graduating. Well, they came for a 6 months program, so at the end of 6 months they'll be graduating. So yes, we have trained others in this creative field. The experience is like all other teaching platforms. You get the frustration because you get those that are not willing to learn, and then you get those that are hyped up, they want to learn. Yeah, so sometimes you get frustrated, sometimes you get happy, because there are those who are highly gingered, they really want to get into it. So those people give you more motivation to go on.
Wow, that is so nice. So, how important is social media for creatives like you?
Social media is very important for creatives because most oftentimes that's where we have our job stored. Yes, most times we don't get walk-in clients as often as we would like. We get clients who wants to work online, who just wants you to give you what they want. They'll tell you what they want, and then you give it to them without even meeting or seeing you whatsoever. Yeah, so social media is important because that's where most often time we have our jobs stored for intending clients to view. Another way social media is important is because through social media your search engine optimization will increase. That means
The last question before we call it a day. If you had the chance to speak to your younger self, if you had the chance to speak to your younger self, just starting out, what advice would you give her?
the advice I have for young creative minds who want to go into the creative field is that they should not stop learning. Yeah, do not stop learning. The moment you stop learning, that's the moment you start being obsolete in your arts. Yeah, just stop learning. And the moment you feel like the 10 steps you are taking is still not getting you to your desired point, keep at it. Do not stop, because if you stop the road will get even farther from you. So keep learning, keep on pushing until you get your desired results.
So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lady Va, for being on the show, Rising Voices Network. I hope to have you some other time also. Hope to have you some other time. And remember when we met, I spoke to you concerning some projects on the Mother Start Empowerment Foundation, and by God's grace, we'll be embarking on those projects together. We're going to collaborate on such projects together. All right, viewers, thank you for watching, and this is the beautiful Lady Va with me today, and it has been a great journey so far. So Lady Va, thank you very much for being with me. God bless you.
Thank you for having me today. Thank you very much for the platform.
You're welcome.
Yeah.